Bitcoin is soaring, but altcoins are flat? Is there only one person driving the bull market? Is Bitcoin breaking $110,000 a bubble or a warm-up? Don't panic. Use the Mayer multiple to measure the temperature. Memecoin enters the 2.0 era. ODOM uses U.S. Treasury bond revenue to build a moat to prevent collapse. On-chain USDT issuance exceeds $75 billion. Justin Sun builds a stable currency hegemony. The world's first president to go all in on Bitcoin, El Salvador, has earned $350 million. The first debate of South Korea's presidential election was full of gunpowder, and cryptocurrency became the focus of the battlefield.
As of May 16th, Bitcoin's historical volatility has dropped to 1.85%, the quietest since March. Friday, May 23rd, BitcoinTV Chinese channel. Where is the coin chain? I am Mike. I am here again. Let's start with the 24-hour data headlines of the currency circle. The latest data from CMC shows that the altcoin seasonal index is only 27. What does it mean? It shows that Bitcoin still has the final say in the market, and altcoins are collectively background boards. This index is calculated by looking at the performance of the top 100 altcoins and Bitcoin in the past 90 days, and is used to determine who is attracting money. From the high of 87 at the end of last year to the lowest point of 12 last month, altcoins have been beaten by Bitcoin all the way. When Bitcoin broke through $100,000 before, the enthusiasm for altcoins did rise, and the index soared to 43, but it was just a wave. Later, Bitcoin continued to be fierce, and the funds returned, and altcoins immediately calmed down. Now the main players are all on the Bitcoin side, and altcoins have to wait. However, if Bitcoin can stabilize this high position and then rush up, it may be the turn of altcoins to explode. So how to operate? If you are optimistic about the medium and long term, just hold on to your Bitcoin. If you want to play rotation in the short term, you can keep an eye on the top 100 altcoins that are still lying there and haven't risen much. Once the rotation starts, it will be a rhythm of silent doubling. Bitcoin has reached $110,000, and many people are beginning to worry. Is this already a bubble? Don't worry, let's see what the old friend Mayer multiple says. Bitcoin Mayer multiple is a technical indicator used to analyze the status of the Bitcoin market. It is to divide the current price of Bitcoin by its average price in the past 200 days. It is simple and crude, but very accurate. If it is greater than 1, it means that it is a bit hot. Everyone is buying, the price is above the moving average, and the sentiment is bullish. If it is less than 1, it means that it is a bit cold. Everyone is waiting and watching. The price is below the moving average and it may be underestimated. If it is almost equal to 1, it is just right. The market is stable and rational judgment is easiest. Now the Mayer multiple is 1.18, which is higher than the average, but it is still far from the overheated explosion line of 2.4. The current position is actually very similar to when the bull market just started in 2020, stable and still hidden. Therefore, long-term players please continue to hold EL with peace of mind, and short-term traders should not believe everything they hear. Keep an eye on this line, which is much more reliable than the KOL's orders. From March 2024 to now, the Bitcoin reserves of global exchanges have directly decreased by 730,000, from 3.15 million to only 2.42 million. $730 billion were directly locked up. Who bought them? You can't guess. It's institutions, companies, and some countries. This shows that no one is selling the coins and they are all in deep cold storage. It's not that no one is buying in the market now, but that no one is selling. This state of scarcity of chips is simply laying the foundation for the next wave of big increases. And have you noticed that since Bitcoin broke through 92,000 in April, the reserve has declined faster and the market sentiment has changed? Everyone suddenly rushed to buy and rushed to lock. Unlike the previous bull market driven by retail investors, this round is led by institutions. It is much more high-end than in the past. It feels like the national team has come out to buy Bitcoin. So what stage is it now? The bull market has just finished warming up in the middle of the game. Bitcoin has slowly changed from the king of high volatility speculation to a hard asset that resists inflation. If you are still hesitating, then the next time you look back, you may see another green MTK line. Please like and follow us to sort out the latest developments in the cryptocurrency, blockchain, and mining circles within 24 hours. Click the small bell to join the channel and become a member. You can get the member wealth code from Monday to Friday. Today's highlight is here. On May 22nd, Trump's dinner will start. This is not an ordinary dinner. It is the kind of dinner where cryptocurrency bosses plus political stars plus traffic masters are all here. Trump has long said whoever buys more Trump coins can come to dinner. The top 220 will be directly invited, and the top 25 will be even more powerful. They can go to the White House the next day. Who can withstand this? In addition to Trump himself, the cryptocurrency king, Sun Jie, will be there in person, and there will definitely be constant topics on the scene. There are also rumors that Musk, Michael Saylor, and Jack Dorsey may come to Eat for Free, which is simply a reunion of the old masters in the cryptocurrency circle. What's even more interesting is that former NBA champion Lamar Odom received an official invitation call a few days ago. He did not hide it and said that he would officially launch his anti-drug and drug rehabilitation-themed Meme Coin Odom project at the Trump dinner where many big names gathered.
The Odom project has been jointly endorsed by Alpha Technology Group Limited, a NASDAQ-listed company in the United States, and several institutions, and is committed to building the world's first public welfare economic model driven by blockchain technology. The total supply of the project is 300 trillion pieces, and its core innovation lies in its binding with the yield-based stablecoin USDO. USDO is supported by U.S. Treasury bonds and has strong asset security.
But this time it's about passing on a belief. I'm launching the Odom token. I will use on-chain methods to tell a story. Staying sober is cool. And I'm combining it with a stablecoin. I will establish an anti-addiction foundation. Accepting donations, 50% will be used for regular buyback and burn off the token, while the other 50% will fund addiction recovery centers, mental health education, and charitable initiatives. If blockchain is a revolution, I believe it doesn't just belong to speculators. It belongs to those who want to change the world and reshape their own life paths. So yes, this is a token, but more importantly, it's expression of belief. I'm Lamar Odom. Thank you.
Of the revenue generated by USDO, 25% will be used to repurchase and destroy Odom in the market, and the other 25% will be distributed to Odom holders, thus building a positive cycle mechanism with stable revenue and deflation. The project also sets up an automatic destruction mechanism, which will destroy a certain proportion of tokens in each transaction, and regularly carry out repurchase plans to continuously reduce the market circulation and enhance the value of tokens and market confidence.
The Odom project team directly promised full transparency of the entire process and also invited international big firms to conduct global compliance, applying for licenses one country at a time. I heard that an exchange will be opened in Dubai in the future, and USDO stablecoin is planned to be the main business. This is a big ambition. Odom is not just here for a free meal. On the day of Trump's dinner, he planned to take this opportunity to call on everyone to support the anti-drug and drug rehabilitation charity and also to have a good chat about Odom's gameplay planning. Most of the previous meme coins were rushed when the heat came, no one cared about the real value, and they were cold after a wave of speculation. What Odom wants to do is to truly integrate charity and finance. It uses Web3 technology to make the destination of each charity fund transparently recorded, ensuring that you invest not only coins but also a heart. Don't underestimate this mechanism. Maybe it can really bring a big reshuffle from speculating emotions to doing practical things to the meme coin circle. Please like and follow us to sort out the latest developments in the currency circle, chain circle, and mining circle within 24 hours. Click the small bell to join the channel and become a member. You can receive the member wealth password from Monday to Friday. Ethereum is still busy with the gas fee of Layer 2, but TRON has quietly surpassed USDT across the board. The latest data shows that the issuance of USDT on the TRON chain has soared to $75.7 billion, officially surpassing Ethereum, accounting for more than half of the entire USDT market value, and becoming the largest USDT issuance public chain again after half a year. This is not luck, but strength. TRON relies on three axes: cheap transaction fees, fast transfers, and stable networks. Whether it is individual users or institutions, it is the first choice for settlement stablecoins. Since mid-2023, TRON has almost steadily issued $1 billion of USDT every month and printed $16 billion in the first half of 2025 alone, which is really not covered up. This wave of operations also added another heavy brick to Sun Yuchen's blockchain industry. It has to be said that TRON really knows how to play with stablecoins.
In early May, World Liberty Financial, a cryptocurrency project under the Trump family, announced that it would officially deploy the $1 stablecoin to the TRON network, further expanding its layout in the Web3 world. Currently, the average daily number of transactions on the TRON chain is as high as 8 million, and the daily transaction amount exceeds 25 billion US dollars. The transaction volume of its decentralized exchange in April increased by 40% month-on-month to 4.9 billion US dollars. Sun Yuchen, the founder of TRON, said on social media that 50.2% of the total supply of USDT is running on TRON. Although the extra 0.2% seems small, it is an important signal towards the 100 billion US dollar goal.
A commitment to decentralization. In this fast-paced industry, no single solution can meet the diverse demands we are seeing, making the development of Layer 1 platform critical for the growth. Since inception, TRON has been dedicated to building an effective, secure, stable, and decentralized blockchain platform. We understand that the true value is in the public chain ecosystem, comes from liquid assets held by true users.
Why did TRON take off? To put it bluntly, it really knows how to save where it should be saved. In places like Southeast Asia and Africa, users use TRON USDT for cross-border transfers, and the handling fee is only 0.1%, and the processing speed is very fast. While traditional bank wire transfers, it takes 3 to 5 days just to wait for the account to be credited, and the handling fee is often 5%. How can this be played? This wave of dimensionality reduction strikes has directly made TRON a financial necessity in developing countries. In the final analysis, the fundamental reason why TRON can surpass Ethereum is that the value logic has changed. In the past, it was said that smart contracts are supreme, but now users want who is cheaper, who is faster, and who is easy to use. No matter how powerful your contract is, if no one uses it, it will be useless. Vitalik is still patching the gas fee, and Justin Sun has already made a decision. Hundreds of billions of USDT is just foreplay. The main film is behind. The technological revolution of TRON may really turn the global financial system upside down. Don't forget that this wave was led by a Chinese.
From IMF blacklist to crypto winner, Nayib Bukele ignores IMF agreement to continue buying coins without looking back. Lee Jun-seok asked about the difference in stablecoins. Lee Jae-myung was stuck for 3 seconds, and the cryptocurrency circle became a battlefield in the Korean election.
Do you remember? In 2021, El Salvador did something big. It directly designated Bitcoin as legal tender. It was the first country in the world to do so, which immediately sparked discussions around the world. What was the result? The International Monetary Fund, IMF. He immediately jumped out and said, if you do this, it will be difficult for us to negotiate a loan. So in January this year, under heavy pressure, the Salvadoran government quietly passed a new bill, changed the rules, and said that companies can decide whether to accept Bitcoin. Many Bitcoin-related activities have also changed from mandatory to voluntary. It sounds like a compromise, but Salvadoran President Nayib Bukele has never backed down. He has always insisted on the strategy of buying on dips and said, when the whole world isolated us and even many Bitcoin supporters gave up on us, we never stopped. Of course not now, and even less in the future. What is the result? Bitcoin has now broken a new high. El Salvador, which was once laughed at as a currency laboratory, has now begun to taste the sweetness of persistence.
Salvadoran President Nayib Bukele recently disclosed the country's Bitcoin investment results on the social platform X. Since 2021, the government has purchased about 6,181 Bitcoins, investing about $287 million. As Bitcoin once broke through $107,000, the current total market value has reached $644 million, with a book profit of $357 million and a return on investment of nearly 124%. The country's Bitcoin office said that this year alone, unrealized gains have increased by nearly $70 million.
We did the unthinkable to cleanse our society.
The IMF has been persuading El Salvador to stop playing. If it wants a loan, it can, but you have to tighten and stop the Bitcoin policy. But El Salvador refuses to do so and insists on all-in. President Nayib Bukele, born in 1981, is young, tough, and daring to gamble. At his command, the whole nation supports Bitcoin, and even national assets are directly invested in it. This wave of operations made the whole world dumbfounded. Some people said he was a madman and some people said he was a genius. But what about now? Bitcoin has doubled several times and the country has made a lot of money on paper. The volcano coin plan that was once laughed at is now starting to heat up. Is Bukil a gambling god who bets on the future or a reckless man with good luck? Perhaps the market has helped him hand in the first answer sheet. The South Korean presidential election is coming soon. In order to win votes, candidates have been desperately trying to show loyalty to the cryptocurrency circle. For example, candidate number 1, Lee Jae-myung, said on May 6th that if he was elected, he would definitely promote the legalization of cryptocurrency ETFs, reduce handling fees, and ensure that young people have investment security. As a result, just a few days after the voice fell, in the first TV debate on May 18th, candidate number 4 Lee Jun-seok suddenly asked a direct question. Do you know the difference between USDT and USDC? Lee Jae-myung was stunned and couldn't speak for a long time on the spot. This is trouble. Netizens were stunned and began to question whether his previous statement of supporting cryptocurrency was reliable. Is he serious about blockchain or is he just a polite talker? Judging from this question and answer, Lee Jae-myung may only support it verbally, but he doesn't understand it in his heart.
USDT and USDC are the two major US dollar stablecoins. USDT is issued by Tether with a large circulation volume, but the transparency of its reserves has long been questioned. USDC is jointly launched by Circle and Coinbase and is supervised by the New York financial regulatory authorities with stronger compliance and audit transparency. It is worth noting that the heat of the Korean crypto market continues to heat up. According to data at the end of 2024, the daily trading volume of Korean local exchanges is almost the same as that of the stock market, and the total value of crypto assets in the country has reached 105.1 trillion won, or about 71.6 billion US dollars, showing its important position in the global digital asset landscape.
담보형이라고 하셨는데 담보형 코인들 중에서도 제가 알기로는 미국 달러화를 기반으로 한 담보형 코인 외에 실제로 스테이블 코인이 사용되는 경우가 거의 없습니다. 실제 USDT, USDC 두 가지가 90%가량의 유통량을 담당하고 있는데요. 혹시 USDT와 USDC 어떤 부분이 차이가 있는지 알고 계십니까?
첫째로 곡물 쌀값 관리에 3종이
아니,
있다.
USDC 질문입니다.
잠깐만 계세요. 저 대답은 우리가 자율적으로 하는 것이죠. 그거는
무조건 토론입니다. 예.
그렇더라도 답을 들어보고 가세요. 얘기하고 다음에 할 거니까.
Lee Jun-seok, who asked Lee Jae-myung questions, is not an ordinary candidate. In 2021, he became the leader of the National Power Party of South Korea and also helped Yoon Seok-yeol a lot when he ran for president. Unfortunately, a dramatic scene came. After Yoon Seok-yeol became president, the two fell out, and the party was in a fierce struggle. With power differences and policy divisions, Lee Jun-seok was directly marginalized. So he flew away in anger and started the New Reform Party to set up his own business. But the most interesting thing is, this guy is not only good at politics, but also at currency speculation. He made more than 1 billion won in the last bull market, and it is said that part of the funds for this campaign were earned from the currency market. He also joked, "The money from this bull market is enough for me to run for president several times without any problem." Now that there are only a few days left before the June election, will other candidates make big moves on the issue of encryption? It's really hard to say, but one thing is certain, in this Korean election, Web3 is definitely not just a background board.
The Puffer trading competition was officially launched a few days ago. Participants only need to use Binance Wallet or Binance Alpha to trade PUFFER. The top 14,000 users will share 4.5 million rewards. According to Tier 10K, U.S. President Trump attended a cryptocurrency dinner in Virginia, declared the United States to be the crypto capital of the world, and criticized Biden's policies, but the entire speech lacked substantive content. El Salvador has increased its holdings of 8 bitcoins in the past 7 days and currently holds 6,185.18 bitcoins with a total value of $690 million. In the past 30 days, El Salvador has accumulated 31 bitcoins. Apple is accelerating the layout of a new generation of wearable devices and is expected to officially launch smart glasses in 2026, entering the field of visual computing. U.S. Vice President Vance has confirmed that he will attend the Bitcoin 2025 conference in Las Vegas on May 28, 2025, and deliver a keynote speech.
Okay, the above is the main content of today's program. Our channel focuses on valuable news in the currency circle, chain circle, and mining circle. There are news information and in-depth special reports. If you think our channel is valuable, you are welcome to forward and follow it. You can also become our member and receive the member wealth code from Monday to Friday. Let us become rich together and add a zero to our assets in the bull market. See you tomorrow.